Collins. Gans will shoot a free throw for Ken Denver, with Brush leading Ken Denver 52-47 in this consolation championship game from Moby Arena in Fort Collins. As we'll have several more games taking place today. Another consolation championship in 3A coming up with Estes Park and Mach Buff. Free throw is in. Press being applied. 52-48 Brush. Rosenbrock in the backcourt to Needens. Jump pass to Waitert. Waitert dribbles across the timeline. Foul. That'll be 2 free throws as Alan Tellis commits his 4th foul. So Waitert to the stripe, and that's what the Beat Diggers are going to have to do and not commit any turnovers, because it's been a tough second half. They have 10 of their 12 turnovers in the second half. Double bonus situation for the Beat Diggers. The Waitert free throw is around and good. Waitert is 3 out of 3 from the line, all in the quarter. Brush 53, Ken Denver 48. Second free throw for the Beat Diggers senior is up and good. Waitert has 19 in the game. Brush 54, Ken Denver 48. On the outside right, Smith with the basketball with 3:38 to go. Over to Gans. Gans looking for a man. Dribbles to his left against Rosenbrock. At the top for Feiner. On the outside right for Smith. He'll take the 3. Good. Jared Smith nails a triple. Smith has 12 points in the quarter. 54-51 Brush. 3:20 to go in the game. Kukas in the front court with a basketball on the outside right. Bounce pass to Rosenbrock. Rosenbrock back to his left is fouled. Fouled by Collins Gans, his first. Rosenbrock scored his 3 points in the third quarter. Again, a double bonus situation. The Rosenbrock free throw is up. Swish. If there was ever a time you needed free throws, it's obviously right now in the final.
It is right now, especially when we're kind of going 3 for 2 here with Kent Denver.
Second free throw, back rimmed, and the ball is rebounded by Tellis. His 5th, check that, yeah, it is his 5th rebound. Into the front court is Feiner on the outside right against Needens. Brush 55, Ken Denver 51. Jared Smith, right baseline. Banks misses, fouled. He got 2 Beat Diggers, Waitert and Kukas in the air. And the foul is on Kukas. That's his second. Jared Smith to the stripe. One-stop shop for all of your banking and investment needs is Morgan Federal Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender at 321 Ensign Street. The free throw is in. Beat Diggers have led by as many as 11. It's down to 3, but you knew Ken Denver would make a run. They are the defending state runner-up. Second free throw for Smith as he spins, he shoots, and he makes it. Smith at 6 out of 6 for the line in the quarter.
It doesn't even seem like there should be 3 minutes left in this game, as frantic as it's been.
55-53 Brush. Rosenbrock to throw it in. Waitert trying to create separation. Hands it off to Needens, strip from behind and fouled. A reach around as Collins Gans is called for the foul. Needens to the line. For Collins Gans, that's his second. Yeah, and the reach around often gets called even if it's clean.
Well, and that's why there's 3 officials, so one official can see one side of the players and the other official can see the other side of the players and see those kind of fouls happening.
The free throw is short by Needens. Second free throw upcoming. That means that for the first time in a long time, this is going to be a one-possession game unless Needens misses and the Beat Diggers get a rebound and put back. It's a one-possession game now, but I'm talking about with Ken Denver getting the ball back. Second free throw for Needens. Bends, shoots, scores. Needens with 8 points in the game. Brush 56, Ken Denver 53. 3:01 to go. Ken Denver can tie it with a 3. Collins Gans against Gregory Mayers. Across the timeline. On the outside right to Feiner. Feiner with a basketball against Waitert. Hands it off to Smith. Right in the lane. Smith leans. Going to have to back it out to Feiner. Right baseline. Cut off by Waitert. Spins. And do we have a traveling violation? We do. Turnover number 13 for Ken Denver. Rosenbrock is motioning a couple of his teammates in the backcourt. And the Pass is thrown off the back of Smith to Rosenbrock. What a smart play by Rosenbrock. Rosenbrock in the backcourt is fouled by Jared Smith. Smith with his 4th foul. With 2:40 to go in the game. Again, we're going to be seeing free throws for a while.
This is going to get interesting here.
2 free throws for Rosenbrock. Rosenbrock to give the Beat Diggers a 4-point lead. That is up and around and good. Rosenbrock with 5 points in the game. Brush 57, Ken Denver 53. The Beat Digger senior spins, shoots, connects. Brush 58, Ken Denver 53. 2:40 to go in this consolation championship from Moby Arena in Fort Collins. Gantz on the outside right in the front court to Feiners. Not going to take that 3. Bounce pass down low. We've got a whistle, and we've got a foul. That's going to be 2 free throws there as Joe Rosenbrock commits the foul. And to the line will be Jared Smith, and Rosenbrock is fouled out of the game. Fouls out with 6 points, and he gets a standing ovation for the Beat Digger fans across the way. Smith has been automatic at the line. Colby Needens will check in. So 2 free throws to be attempted by Jared Smith. This could make it a single possession game once again. The spin, the shot, and the connection. Smith is 7 out of 7 from the line. All in the quarter. He's got 15 points in the quarter, 27 in the game. Second free throw for Smith is up, and that's good. The Beat Digger lead is down to 3, 58-55. Richard Yates checked in for Ken Denver. A ton of time to go, 2:31 in the game. And this game is moving along very methodically in the 4th quarter.
It was fast.
Needens in the backcourt to Kukas. Kukas behind the free throw line to Mayer. Still in the backcourt, triple team. Jump pass to Kukas, over to Waitert. Beat Diggers break it easily. Waitert with the basketball, dribbling towards the top. In the right corner for Kukas, back to Tormolin. Bounce pass to Waitert. Waitert was fouled, no call. Waitert bounce pass back out to Mayers. Over to Waitert. Waitert's on the outside right with the basketball. Maintains the dribble, picks up the dribble. Bounce pass right corner for Tormolin. Overhead to Mayers. 2:06 to go in the game. Near midcourt to Waitert. Waitert to his left. Bounce pass to Mayers. Mayers looking. Jump pass tipped away, and it's intercepted. Here comes Jared Smith the other way. He lays it up, and a blocking foul as he misses. To the line will be Jared Smith. And Mayers commits his 3rd foul off Brush's 11th turnover of the half. And Mayers took a shot to the head.
He did take a shot, yep. I thought he was there for that one.
Jared Smith to the stripe. With 1:57 to go, anybody's game right now with the Beat Diggers up by 3. Boy, what a 3A consolation championship game we have had so far. Smith spins, shoots, and he makes it. This kid is automatic. 17 points in the quarter. If he hits here, he's got 30 in the game. Second free throw for Jared Smith is up, and that's deep, in and out. C.J. Kukas with a Beat Digger rebound is 6. Beat Diggers break the press. Waitert into the front court. Jump passes taken by Mayers. Mayers on the outside left with the basketball. Over to Kukas, right wing to Waitert. Waitert with 1:45 to go. Down low to Kukas. He's fouled. Fouled by Collins Gantz. And there's contact. The foul has to be called.
Yeah.
Gets a little ridiculous when the fouls are being called and then arms go up like the foul wasn't committed. Kukas to shoot 2. It's a 2-point game. Free throw is up and around and good for Kukas. Kukas has been to the line quite a bit in this game. He is 8 out of 11 from the stripe. Second free throw is up and in, and the Beat Diggers have made this a 2-possession game. Kukas with 19 in the game. Rush 60, Ken Denver 56. 1:38 to go from Moby Arena in Fort Collins. Feiner on the outside against Mayers. Looking down low for Smith. Pass tipped by Mayers, taken by Smith. Hands it off to Feiner, scoops it up and in off the back of the rim. as Feiner scores. He's got 4. Press being applied. Needens to Waitert. Waitert with 1:23 to go. Brush up by 2. Waitert from Kukas. Left baseline for Tormolen. Back out to Mares. Mares at the top. Picks up the dribble. He's stripped away. It's loose in the front court to Tellis, and he's going to lay it up and in. And the game is now tied. Game is tied at 60, and now we're going to have a full timeout called by the Beat Diggers and head coach Dan Kennedy. Brought to you by Edwards Wright Price Market in Flowerland. With 1:09 to go, Brush 60, Ken Denver 60 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran, Jen Goodall back from Moby Arena in Fort Collins in this Class 3A Consolation Championship game. It's got the feel of a championship game on the winner's side, as the Beat Diggers have let an 11-point lead slip away. That Ken Denver press really affected Brush, as they've committed 12 of their 14 turnovers in the second half. With 1:09 to go in the game, Brush and Ken Denver are deadlocked at 60. The Beat Diggers will have the basketball. Kukas, Waitert, Vince Albo, Mitch Tormolen, and Colby Needens for Brush. It'll be Jared Smith, Alan Tellis, Zach Moats, Collins Gantz, and Dylan Feiner for Ken Denver. And they'll apply the pressure. It's worked so far. They're not going to take it off, with the Beat Diggers struggling to break the press on a consistent basis. Albo looking. Kukas comes back to the basketball. Back to Albo. Now to Needens. Over to Tormolen. Tormolen's got to get it across the front court. They do to Kukas. Kukas on the outside right. 1 minute to go in the game. Deadlocked at 60. Over to Waitert. Waitert spinning at the top. On the outside right. Here is Needens. Back out to Waitert. Waitert penetrates left of the lane. Left corner taken over there by Mares. Now to Kukas. Over to Waitert. 46 seconds to go. Waitert left corner for Albo. Check that. That was not Mares. That was Albo. Albo spinning, looking, and we've got another timeout called by the Beat Diggers with 42 seconds to go. We'll keep it right here as Albo is trapped in that corner.
And this is where Kent Denver's height plays a big part in the game. If you can't see to make that pass, it's awfully hard to get it to your teammates.
Well, then what do?
Your teammates have to be in your line of sight. They have to move to be in a passing lane that is capable for you.
But in terms of taking the shot, do you milk this clock and try to take the final shot and take a chance at going to overtime? Because obviously, if you take a shot too early, Ken Denver's got a shot to win the game, and they haven't led since very early on.
Well, this is going to be one of those moments where I don't have the answer for that. You can go either way. You can take a chance on taking an early shot now and playing defense, which they've been solid with at times, or you can milk the clock and go for the last second shot, possibly in overtime.
Ken Denver scored 29 points in the quarter. Albo to throw it in.
Get a hand on one, Dill.
Albo from the left corner. Dylan Feiner will be right there on top of him, guarding the inbounds pass. Rush 60, Ken Denver 60, 42 seconds to go in this consolation championship game. Albo gets it in down low, went through everybody, but Needens saves it in the right corner. Needens down low for Tormolen. Tormolen is fouled. Collins Gantz committed the foul. Again, a double bonus situation. Obviously, they didn't want the foul there.
No, they didn't.
But Tormolen's going to go to the line for Gantz's fourth foul. Tormolen needs to make just one for the Beat Diggers to reclaim the lead. The free throw is up, and that's good for Tormolen. A smooth stroke by the sophomore,
which we saw at Pinnacle.
61-60. Tormolen eyes, bends, shoots, connects. It rattles home for Mitch Tormolen. Beat Diggers up 62-60. As Feiner has the basketball, crossing midcourt with 31 seconds to go. Feiner on the outside right. Bounce pass for Smith on the right baseline. Smith into the lane. And we have a whistle. And do we have a Beat Digger foul? We do, on Kukas, who reached in. 24.8 seconds to go. Double bonus. Smith at the line. For Kukas, that's his third foul. Let's see, he has made every free throw but one. 9 out of 10 from the line, all in the quarter. Free throw is in for Jared Smith. 62-61 Brush. Second free throw coming up for Smith. Dribbles, spins, shoots, connects. The game is tied at 62. Both teams committed fouls they didn't want to.
And this is what happens in these kind of games with both personnel kind of in that frantic mode.
Vince Albo to throw it in. 24.8 seconds to go in the backcourt to Kukas. Bounce pass to Albo. Albo with a couple of dribbles. Hands it off to Waitert. Waitert crosses midcourt with 18 seconds to go. Fouled on the left baseline and lost the basketball out of bounds. Contact with Richard Yates. And it's going to be a Beet Digger turnover. That'll be their 7th. He lost the basketball, but there was contact as he crossed midcourt. Jen, that should have been a foul.
Should have been, but it was not called.
Because clearly the reason he lost the basketball is because of the contact. And we had a great angle here. We had a great angle, and there was clearly contact. 30-second timeout called. Let's see if Ken Denver milks it for the final shot of regulation. Deadlocked at 62 with 16.8 seconds to go. That's just too bad. Albo, Needens, Tormolen, Waitert, and Kukas for Brush. Ken Denver can win it with a bucket. The Beet Diggers are on the floor waiting for the Sun Devils. This has turned into a longer timeout for Ken Denver than for Brush.
Yep.
I guess the Beet Diggers didn't need much in terms of the timeout, much time to set up that defense. Yates, Smith, Feiner, Gans, and Tellis for Ken Denver.
Well, and I don't know how many close games Ken Denver's had, but we've had our share, so hopefully this pays off.
Tied at 62, three-quarters court. Actually in the backcourt, Yates gets it into Feiner. Feiner crosses midcourt with 12 seconds to go. With 10 on the outside right to Yates, looking down low. Bounce pass for Smith in a lane, back out. Feiner takes the straightaway shot. It's around, no good. Rebound to Smith, puts it up and in with 1.2 seconds to go. And that's it, the game is over. Jared Smith's putback has given Ken Denver a 62 win. Did the Beet Diggers call timeout? Ken Denver's won the consolation championship off the putback from Jared Smith. 64-62. We'll take a 2-minute break and wrap it up from Moby Arena in Fort Collins on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.